is a very strong-looking Norwegian side. They have lost Christopher Ayer, the central defender who plays for Brentford. He has an injury. Of course, Ostigard is a long-term casualty, making his debut midfield. Big night for Felix Meyer, the number 22. Also, Antonio Nusa, 19 years of age, with a partner to Erling Haaland and Sorloth, who was the second leading scorer in La Liga last season. Kazakhstan had to come with a plan to score against Norway, but more importantly, to stop Erling Haaland, who has started his domestic season in incredible form. There we go. Nothing friendly about the Nations League. It was a very strong and unpleasant challenge from Chesnokov. I think the scene has been set. Odegaard looking for Alexander Sorloth. Sorloth is normally the line leader. He's the number 7. He's on the right side of a front three for Norway. He's the recently appointed coach of Kazakhstan, Stanislav Chesnokov. He did a brilliant job with Russia. He took them to the World Cup quarter-finals back in 2018. The expectation is that Norway will certainly set the tone of the game. And here is the skipper, Odegaard. Nusa, part of the new breed, keen to make an impression, looking for Sorloth, who was in fantastic form last season, may have been the leading scorer in Spanish football had he not got injured with the final round of matches. Stanley Solbakken says that it is a clean sheet, a clean slate for all of the players after the disappointment of not making it to the European Championship finals in the summer. No playing out from the back from Kazakhstan. Shatskiy hitting it long. I think we may see a contrast in styles. One team playing 5 at the back, trying to contain Sorloth and Erling Haaland. I think there was a little payback there from Hanche-Olsen. He was the man that was selected for some special treatment in the opening seconds of the game. Hanche-Olsen is one of those who has benefited from Solbakken showing willingness to cast his net again. Didn't play for the national team for the best part of 2 years, but made his return in the summer friendly games. This is Nyland. He's had a difficult start for the season with his club side, Sevilla. Very well travelled goalkeeper, played in England for the likes of Reading and Norwich, and a spell in Germany at Leipzig. He's the number 1 for Sevilla in his country. His 55th cap tonight. Kasim. Shatskiy. A little dip of the shoulder. Berge, the skipper, moves it on. There's a certain edge in this game. These players will be fit and firing after, of course, the summer off. Now the country making it to the Euros. Only a handful of games back with their club sides. I think the club managers will be praying that there are no injuries or strains from this international break. It's an excellent shot at top-level football. This is Sorloth. Mira. Now Nusa. An overlapping run. Fine start this from Norway. There's one man you prioritise, and that is Erling Haaland. He's loitering on the edge of the area. Can the Arsenal skipper find the Manchester City striker? That's where it's aimed at. Good organised defending from Kazakhstan. Odegaard. Sharp feet. It's a raw challenge, but the 19-year-old who has been involved in the squad on a couple of occasions, but he's making his senior international debut. Away is the cry from the goalkeeper. His defenders answer his call. Nusa is crowded out. Takes a double deflection. It's just necessary pack defending this from the home team. Now they've got a bit of a breather. There's Aimbetov, who is the sole striker coming back to help out his defence. He's the key man. Scored 3 goals in the last round of the Nations League, and also scored 3 goals in the European qualifiers as well. Aimbetov looking for a little protection from the referee. The impression he's a bit of a character. Ostigard. Saul back and is not happy with his team start. He's down on the touchline, arms flailing. It's a dangerous game being played with Sorloth on the hunt. It's a nervous and rather lucky clearance. Chesnokov plays a little 1-2. Vorogovskiy was 11, generally a winger, but effectively a wing back tonight. Ryerson. Ostigard. Wispy little run through midfield from Odegaard. Nice Sorloth looking for Pedersen on this near side of the field. Nicely off. They're beginning to grow a little bit in confidence here. Aimbetov takes on the Norway defence, and he has support as well. Flag stays down for now, and it's maybe a rush of adrenaline there for Chesnokov. There's a warning of what is to come from Kazakhstan. They can turn defence into offence very quickly, willed on by this passionate local support. He's hardly had a touch of the ball yet, has he? Erling Haaland. Odegaard. To utilise both wings. Ryerson getting forward. Shoot is Nyland. Took a slight deflection. Will be a corner. You can see that Odegaard is going to be the key man. Again, he's only 25 years of age, Martin Odegaard. He's involved in the national team. He was serving out his final days of high school. Flurry of corners from Norway. Odegaard to the near post. They've handled everything that's been thrown at them very well, but they're defending deep here. Kazakhstan, you know that Odegaard has his incredible skills. Odegaard lays it on. Wolf. It was a warning shot. The new break, David Wolf, earning his 5th cap tonight, seeking his first goal. There's a vibrant style to the Norwegian approach. Ostigard. To Nusa. He's been the most prominent player so far. Sorloth. Nusa backing into the defenders. They didn't fall into the trap of diving in though. Odegaard. High intensity football this from Norway. Foul on Odegaard from Orazov. Berge. Now Nusa. It's a great ball in, seeking out Haaland. He's almost got a double tag team on him wherever he goes. Orazov. Vorogovskiy. Bystrov. It's been a game of containment so far from Kazakhstan, but trying to free akan Aimbetov. Long ball over the top. There is Aimbetov. Chesnokov does well. Vorogovskiy. Oops. A rush clearance from Hanche-Olsen. Didn't need to do that. There wasn't a striker around. Maybe the communication was lost between the central defender and his goalkeeper. There is a wind swirling around this stadium, and it's in the face of the Norway defence. Zaynutdinov will be the target, number 19 at the near post. To say, the Norway defending of the set pieces not quite as impressive as that from Kazakhstan. And there is Nyland, happy to take the sting out of the situation. Odegaard. Now Ryerson. Has to be not just to man and mark Haaland, but more importantly, cut off the pathways to the giant Norway striker. Wolf. Berge to Sander Berge in the Norway midfield. It's a zippy start from Norway. Good tackle from Alip. Odegaard. Too much on the pass for Nusa. Ostigard. Hanche-Olsen. Good tackle, but forced climbing for Nusa. Nusa's good clubs in the summer. He's been at Bruges for the last 3 years, but he's now at RB Leipzig, where he's scored a goal and created a goal in his opening 2 matches in the Bundesliga. Nusa. Hanche-Olsen. Ostigard. The Wolf. Haaland. The Wolf. Now Nusa. A bit of space here for Mira. Mira floats it in and screaming through the crowd was the skipper Odegaard. Need to find a system to utilise the undoubted talents that they have available. Need to mould them into a side. They've won only 2 of the last 7 games. This victory is against Kosovo back in June. And they depend on a hat-trick from Haaland. Zaynutdinov. Good ball. Bystrov is anticipating that. Chases it to the far reaches of the football field. So the football field is the national stadium. You can see the running track around it. Haaland's having to come back and defend at the moment, coming back, needing to drop a long way to get a rare touch of the ball. There he goes. He's on the hunt. This is Berge. Ostigard. Ryerson joins the attack. This is Sorloth with a shot. Retrieved by Martin Odegaard. Nice little touch. Ryerson. Marochkin anywhere will do. Just transferring the pressure at the other end of the field. Hanche-Olsen hasn't been too precise with his passing to his goalkeeper, and there's more panic under attack. Berge. With a wolf. Nusa. Odegaard. Sorloth. Cute layoff to Wolfer. Wolfer tries to thread it in there. The tackling of Kazakhstan has been particularly sharp. Saw nothing wrong with that challenge. Now they're trying their little tricks, a bit of showboating from the home players as they grow in confidence. This is the third game for Chesnokov, the coach. Previously been in charge of Fenerbahce. He'd won the Hungarian league on 2 occasions, but a little sour in his third season there. He's a very talented goalkeeper in his day. Played for Russia at the World Cup finals in 1994, the Euros in 96. Ostigard. Now Berge. Nusa makes an angle for him. Nusa comes alive, but too many obstacles to work his way around. He's won a corner though. Bystrov knocking it out of play. So far, Shatskiy has been very well protected by his defence. Change of corner take, it's going to be Berge this time. Berge looking for the near post flick. Orazov doesn't get that. Roll up the arm of the Norway defender, Hanche-Olsen. In comes Haaland, takes flight, and the first cause for concern created by Erling Haaland. He leaps so well, doesn't he? But Vorogovskiy had a slight start on him. To Berge. Odegaard. To Ostigard. Ryerson. control from Alexander Sorloth. Berge, skipper, tries to transfer the ball forward as quick as he can to Chesnokov, the number 23. Both countries were hoping to make a sharp start. It's a tough group with Slovenia and Austria, the two other opponents in Group B3. Mira to Nusa. To combine again. Two of the newish players took a double deflection. Can cross the line, not a corner. Shatskiy could have anticipated getting to minute 26 without making a save in this game. Organisation of Kazakhstan has been particularly impressive. Vorogovskiy. Silly foul there by Orazov. Not the first offence. The ball winner in midfield, who plays his football in Denmark for Silkeborg. Ostigard. Sorloth. That's to be expected. Norway dominating the possession, 67% so far, but they need an end product. Wolfer to Nusa. Nusa trying to seek out Haaland. The goalkeeper takes out his defender and his keenness to get to the ball. Now Ostigard. Ryerson's his wingman if he needs him. Now Patrick Berge. Alip. Hanche-Olsen. Wolfer. Nusa. They've worked out that he likes to come inside on his right foot if he can, so that's why they're showing him the line. Finds his intended target, and it was a step away from Haaland. Good football, it has to be said. Good marking as well from Marochkin. Ambitious of trying to play the ball out from the back for the first time here. Kazakhstan, but doesn't get them very far. Vorogovskiy. Hanche-Olsen. Ostigard. Ryerson. Sorloth trying to adapt to this unusual position for him. He's a 6'3" central striker, but Norway have the best in the business in that particular role, so To get a game, he needs the adjustment. Superb from Ostigard. Berge is closed down. Odegaard making no ground. Now leading the charge. Aimbetov. There's two trying to catch him. He gets into the area, does brilliantly here. Superb run from Aimbetov. Nusa. Odegaard. Now Ostigard. It's entertaining stuff, it's just lacking that one vital ingredient, a goal. Ryerson. Nice little touch. Ryerson has some space. Sorloth takes it out of the air. It's a bit too crowded for him to have a go. Passes on the responsibility, which can't quite be taken by Felix Mira. Best chance yet from Norway. Sorloth passed on the responsibility. Mira making his international debut at the senior level. Unable to take the chance that finally fell his way. He has been a regular scorer. He's averaged over 6 goals this season over his last 3 campaigns for Berge. Here they go again. Still they can't unleash Erling Haaland. Brilliant tackle. Defenders love moments like that. Hanche-Olsen, man and ball, took them all. Aimbetov has been the most eye-catching attacking player for Kazakhstan. Well, recruiting themselves well, the home country. Bear in mind, they didn't play their first UEFA game until the year 2004. Kasim. Precisely to Orazov. He tries to be cute this time, but you can't be cute against a country like Norway. Haaland, little 1-2. Mira is ahead of Haaland. Nusa can't quite get there either. They're getting a lot warmer here, Norway. Really putting the frighteners on their hosts. Chesnokov. Just a word of warning for Ostigard for getting too close to his striker. This is the ball in. Maybe the wrong pass. Sorloth. Ryerson is the man down, the right fullback. Ostigard. Odegaard shows he's had more touches of the ball than anybody out there on the field. He's the man dictating things. Sorloth. Odegaard. Now Berge. Hanche-Olsen. Nusa. Nusa drifts inside. It's a poor ball though. We'll get a second stab at things. Wolfer back to Nusa. Nusa's cross. The defending of Kazakhstan has been absolutely superb. Minutes remaining in the first half at the Alkami Central Stadium. Alip. Berge. Kasim. Bystrov. Zaynutdinov. King wide, it's a poor controller. It's a game that has been played in a sporting and wonderfully competitive spirit. Ostigard. Hanche-Olsen. Wolfer. Ostigard. Odegaard. Hanche-Olsen misses out the midfield, trying to just mix things up a little bit there. It's all been a touch predictable from Norway. The instruction from coach Chesnokov was not to take any risks in the opening 20 minutes of the game, but they're beginning to try to play a bit more from the back now. The home country. Zaynutdinov. Desperate to have him fit for this game. Back into Zaynutdinov. He picked up a nasty injury last spring with his club Besiktas and hasn't participated in Turkish football this season. In some ways this is a fitness test for him for club and country. Fit is a key man for Besiktas. He was part of the squad that won the Cup and the Super Cup in Turkey last season, but he's the first player to receive a yellow card here. Ostigard. Hanche-Olsen. Wolf makes his move, catches the eyes of the defenders, frees some space for Nusa. Nusa continues his driving run. The referee did take a long look at that challenge from Bystrov. Does have the backing of VAR, if required. Diepering is the VAR backup to our referee, Alip Lindhout. Hanche-Olsen. Odegaard. Wolfer goes on an adventure. Finds Haaland, but Haaland can't find a teammate. Odegaard. Nusa. Goalkeeper is decisive. Can hang on to it though. Chesnokov. Vorogovskiy. Chesnokov, this is better. And they shuffle that ball forward to Aimbetov. Sensible, no risk defending from Hanche-Olsen. Berge. As we approach half-time, there shouldn't be a great necessity for either manager to consider making changes. Norway dominating the game. As Solbakken would have demanded, but Kazakhstan have handled everything that have been thrown at them. Bystrov. Not the best of passes, made it easy for Norway to defend. Nusa Ryder. A number of fouls there. The referee could have stopped play for about 3 until he finally went nose to turf. Kasim is the final culprit who will receive the yellow card. That was one. That was a second. And Kasim caught him in full flight. Kasim, the youngest defender, only 20 years of age. Has to watch his step now for the remainder of the game. Odegaard. Berge. Wolfer. Hanche-Olsen. Ostigard. Sorloth. To Berge. Ostigard. Sorloth was intending target, but Shatskiy and his defenders perfectly locked in together. No great attempt to play the ball about Aimbetov. Hanche-Olsen. Wolf. Ostigard. Ostigard has been certainly the pick of the Norway players. Now they speed things up. Ryerson on the outside, but a fine sliding challenge from Vorogovskiy. Good clean fun so far. As you can hear, the supporters being told there's a single minute added to the opening 45. Sorloth turns his man, stretches those long legs, but still can't link up with Erling Haaland. They're trying to be pleasant towards each other. I'm sure inwardly there'll be a lot of frustration. The combination isn't working. Shatskiy has had to dirty his goalkeeping kit. Sorloth becoming more involved. Mira to Nusa. Nusa had to take the shot quickly, but if he looks inside, there are three teammates despairing that they didn't get the pass, believing they were in a better position to score. Look at the reaction of those alongside him now. Welcome back to the Hanche-Olsen Stadium. Half-time scoreline. Kazakhstan 0, Norway 0. Norway need to find a way to free Erling Haaland. He's hardly had a touch of the ball in the opening 45 minutes. He did have issues like that, of course, last season at Manchester City, when some said he had a poor season for him. He scored 38 goals in all competitions. Okay, he was down from 52 the season before. That is one of the big questions for the Kazakhstan coach, but I'm sure he's been full of encouragement for his players. Well, the home supporters are still in very good voice, and so they should be. They've equipped themselves expertly against a Norway team that is full of familiar faces, brought in from top teams all around Europe, shown a willing to make the most of the bits and pieces that fall their way. Maybe that was a little bit of overconfidence from 30 yards out from Alip. It's the first time he's crossed the halfway line. Kasim is one of two Kazakhstan players who's been carded in the game so far. The other is Zaynutdinov. No changes at the break. Club manager will be hoping that the players are not overused in this international break. But Chesnokov and especially Stadion Ortalyq will put it into the back of their minds. They want to get off to a good start. Nations League B3. That success in this competition will give them a pathway to the European Championship. Odegaard. Berge. Ryerson. Doing his best to keep the ball rolling. Chesnokov is a vastly experienced coach. His top job was, of course, Russia, but this is his 11th position as a manager for clubs and countries. Referee offering protection to Odegaard. Chesnokov was the culprit. Odegaard pointing out it wasn't the first time that he's caught him like that. Hanche-Olsen. Ostigard. Ryerson back to goalkeeper Nyland. The pre-match build-up to this from the Norwegian coaches, all very positive. It's a fresh start, he said, and he has freshened the team up, especially with players like this man Nusa coming in. Nusa goes for goal, and Nusa almost finds goal. He wasn't passing on to the experts in that field, Sorloth and Haaland. He was going for glory himself. Nusa. Wolfa. Mira. Ryerson. Odegaard. He just sold his full-back a fraction short there. It's a corner though. Sixth corner of the game to Norway. Shatskiy asking his defence for more of the same. They've offered premium protection. Odegaard swings it into the area of uncertainty. Orazov. Aimbetov. He needed that 15-minute break. He ran himself into the ground in the first half. He's on the ground now. Down to 10 men temporarily. Kazakhstan. Wolfa to Nusa. Nusa. Haaland again has to bite his lip as he's not getting anything to feast upon. Well, that's a loose ball. Here is Haaland. Can he accept the gift? Haaland passes on. Now Nusa. Nusa on his less favoured left foot. There are signs developing that Norway may be able to crack the code. Slightly high bid. Zaynutdinov accepting the apology. Vorogovskiy. Oh, they've come out of the defensive shell. There was a coming together, though, certainly a case to be answered. The home supporters felt there should have been a penalty. The referee making it clear that he didn't think so. It will be reviewed for VAR, just in case. Well, it's an injection of confidence, that from the home side, who are playing pretty little triangles now. Look at this, there's a real crispness and belief in their passing. Marochkin. Cassie back to goalkeeper Shatskiy. Aimbetov did brilliantly. We'll see a replay again in a second to get right between the two defenders. Not that they've needed it, but it's given the home supporters something to sing about. Mira. Wolfa. Hanche-Olsen. Ostigard. Wolfa sees the gap, goes for it between the two defenders. Nusa's cross. Sorloth lays it back, hoping there'd be somebody there, but Berge was arriving just a little too late, taking out the defender. Berge. Well, the tourists are enjoying their trip and ensuring that they may be a little, unlike their team, bang in order, starting from the N and ending at the Y. Don't want to get mixed up. It's a Porter Scrabble. Hanche-Olsen. Wolfa. Nusa. Nusa finds it in. Haaland gets there. And the goalkeeper beaten. Then it comes crashing off the frame of the goal. It was like an electric bolt then, wasn't it? For once, it found some freedom in the penalty area. It was a brilliant ball in as well. Issues to everything he's touched recently. Ending up in the back of the net, 6 goals in his last 2 matches for Manchester City. Ryerson. Ostigard. Hanche-Olsen. Wolf. Sorloth. Second step for Sorloth. Ostigard, you know, he wants it on his left foot. They're very aware of that, Kazakhstan. It's been an energetic second half to this game. Odegaard. Now Ryerson. Ryerson has won a corner. Oh, he definitely got there ahead of the defender as well. And timed his run, well, clearly almost perfectly. Haaland taking flight, but not yet on the scoreline. Odegaard to the near post. He'll have a chance to perfect it here. Aimbetov, he's in there. It means that every single player is defending for Kazakhstan. Berge takes the deflection, falls for Sorloth. He's happy for another Norway corner. Preparing a change, but certainly not when they're defending a corner kick, Kazakhstan. Sorloth stands his ground. It's a poor pass from him that puts his defence under pressure. Now it's full steam ahead from Kazakhstan. Aimbetov weaves his way inside, but the extra defender covering a lot of ground to get there was Berge. Time for change. Maybe Ken, the number 6, is going to come on. Bring a bit of ballast to midfield. Orazov has covered an awful lot of ground. Maybe just carrying an injury to the right leg, as you see from the heavy strapping that he has. Takes the applause from the home fans, and also Maxim Samorodov, a young midfielder, will also bring some legs to midfield. Aimbetov is maybe surprisingly taken off. Well, they have to have belief in their new Russian coach. He's certainly got the experience and refreshes the team with a double change. Ryerson. Sorloth. Wolf. Stopped in his tracks. I think Chesnokov is maybe one loose challenge like that away from a yellow card. That's not enough to get him a booking, but he has been a constant offender. Take it quickly, Norway. Trying to catch Kazakhstan as they're regrouping here. Nusa. They pack the defence once more superbly. Excellent containment from Kazakhstan. In Norway, greater possession, 2/3 of the possession during the course of the game, just about. It's what you do with it. Odegaard. Sorloth. It's over. Zealous pass from Felix Mira. Chesnokov. There's real determination to win the ball back from Norway now. They're not allowing Kazakhstan to settle on the ball. Shoot! It was an early shot from Odegaard. Hanche-Olsen. To Nusa. They've had a good understanding on that left-hand side. It's a new partnership for the nation. Flamboyant football, but again they stand strong. Berge digs it. Be a third substitution for Kazakhstan. Going off is Zaynutdinov, who has been fighting to get his fitness this season. He hasn't played for his club side in Turkey. Don't want to overrun him, so in comes Kairov for his third cap for his country. The coach has clearly got his tactics right. Chesnokov, shall I say, will be hoping that those three changes don't upset the balance of the team. Nusa doesn't get there. Nor again, he's not quite working out his way. Ryerson. Sorloth. Hanche-Olsen. Odegaard. Odegaard again. Ryerson. Better, excellent movement. Gap opens up, but he runs into the trap that is set for him. It's all a bit too clustered. Hanche-Olsen. That's a poor pass. Nusa not getting there. Home fans willing their team on. It is, of course, a 6-game league that takes place in September, October, and again at November. Both coaches will be impressing upon the players the need for a good start in this nation's league. Berge. Sorloth. Point to Sorloth and counter with changes of his own. Does have Jørgen Strande Larsen, who's just joined Wolverhampton Wanderers of the English Premier League, on the bench. Sandra Berge as well of Fulham, if he wants to mix things up. Time-served players. One man who's not going off is Odegaard. He's been the Berge squirms away despite almost being caught out in possession. Almost a definite arm across Odegaard then by Chesnokov. The latest in a series of petty misdemeanors. The line that has been drawn 2 steps back inside their own 18-yard box, leaving a gap for their goalkeeper to come and claim it if necessary. Can Odegaard deliver the surgical strike? Not quite. Nusa. The game ahead, tennis in the penalty area. Hanche-Olsen. It's Ryerson. Yet another Norway corner. Far post chooses to help it on its way. Shatskiy may get an assist here if they score. Vorogovskiy. He's got to put his foot through the ball. Nothing tricky, not with the quality of players that he's up against. In the next break of play, there will be a triple change for Norway. Solbakken taking decisive action. He checked his phone. He may be getting a few text messages from the club managers not wanting their players to be overexerted in this international break. And they've got a big one coming up as well next week when they get back to Norway. Foul on Odegaard. Will that give Norway the opportunity to make the triple change? Well, it's going to be Strand Larsen and Sander Berge who are coming on. Patrick Berge will vacate the central position for Berge. Strand Larsen taking the place of Alexander Sorloth in attack, put in a lot of hard work without any reward. And Aaron Donu is the other player to come on for the debutant Mura, who had that early opportunity. On ball, a bit more freedom. There's Strand Larsen, who was the target. He's got a decent record. He's got 3 goals for his country in his 14 appearances, and took the eye last year. Now, well, he's certainly the star man in the struggling Celta de Vigo side in the Spanish Primera Division. He's got 13 goals. That prompted a big money move to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Protectively back to the keeper, giving chase was Ramazan Karimov. He's not getting a lot of protection. So take it in turns to take a chunk out of Martin Odegaard. Maybe Ken hasn't even on the field a matter of minutes, and he's already receiving a yellow card. "40 minutes after he came on, to be exact. Odegaard. Ryerson. Ostigard looking for Strand Larsen. Oh, that's a very nasty challenge. The referee gives Norway the advantage, but I'm sure he's made a mental note. And the yellow card will follow. Haaland doesn't make the pass, and Kazakhstan trying to find a way out of their own half of the field. It was a Chesnokov who made that very ill-timed challenge on Ostigard, who thankfully is moving around freely. Managed to leap out of the way of a rough tackle. Strand Larsen. Nusa. Nusa past the first man, past the second man. No way past the goalkeeper, though. It's not quite the service that Erling Haaland gets on a weekly basis. wasn't forgetting that challenge. Notebook in hand. And a confirmation of the card for Chesnokov. He has been playing somewhat on a knife edge, and see how close that was to Haaland again. That was best described as rash. Can they catch Norway on the back foot here? Well, they have to stand ground. He's nervous defending. It could have gone anywhere. Well, they could go to sleep collectively then, Norway, and Kazakhstan almost caught them on the hop. Now it's Norway's chance to go streaming forwards. Odegaard is furious with the referee, but he has been the victim of a number of challenges this afternoon. As the captain, of course, he can be the chosen representative of the players to put the case forward to the referee. He's listened to it, he's dismissed it. Kazakhstan have a free kick, hence the drum roll from the home supporters. Rare bit of pressure being put on Nyland and his defence here. Abi can go square. Taggy Berge, this is a routine they've clearly worked on. But it isn't all right on the night. Ostigard, Ryerson, Ostigard, Berge. Substitute Nyland. Here goes Haaland. It's a roundabout way to go. Haaland passes on the responsibility, which can't quite be taken. It was a very good block. Berge. Squeamish moments for the home supporters. Kasim gets no power on his header, and then there was an unnecessary foul from Nyland, who started all of that with his movement on this near side of the field. Now Nyland is the latest player to have his name taken by the Dutch referee. And it was for that thinly disguised nudge in the back. Well, you can hear the belief emitting from the terraces. Ball's definitely in play. Another task to keep it in, but Norway for the first time having to defend here as a team. Haaland coming back, searching for the ball, can't find Strand Larsen. A little bit of afters on the Norway number 9. The next introduction will be Elkan Ashtonov. Chesnokov comes on for Chesnokov, who has been booked and has taken a few risks in midfield. The data scientist is taking that device off it. I think he's probably run the equivalent of a footballing marathon. He really has put some ground in. Ostigard shows playing that, so there's nobody out on the left wing. Ostigard. You're getting the feeling there's belief inside the Almaty Central Stadium that the host nation could pull off a surprise here. They've certainly equipped themselves very well. Bear in mind, they've lost all 4 games in the year 2024 since they went on that adventure in the European qualifiers last year. They got to a playoff situation and then were beaten heavily by Greece. Been looking their wounds ever since, but the wounds seem to have healed. Ryerson. Ostigard. Now Odegaard. Ryerson as well. Waits for Donum to check himself on side. Donum goes on the outside and goal kick this time. Months in the job, Stanislav Chesnokov, opportunity to assess the players that he's inherited. He's certainly found a system that's worked. Stanislav back in a figure of frustration on the touchline. With the goalkeeper's ball, easy take for Igor Shatskiy. Akan. Vorogovskiy. Now they're beginning to express themselves. Akan, the substitute, only half stopped. Vorogovskiy, if it goes, it'll be a corner. That's prevented by Ostigard, but Norway on the back foot. Alip. Disappointing. Sindre Vali Egeli comes on for Antonio Nusa. Nusa, an emerging talent, only 19 years of age. Nusa has been the most prominent player. And so, well, he's a young man a year younger. Sindre Vali Egeli is 19 years of age, making his international debut tonight for Norway. sold short for Nyland. Despite these players going through the pre-season, I guess now, not so many miles in the legs, they should be at peak fitness. You can see the need for both coaches to freshen things up, utilise the 5 substitutions. That's a strong challenge on Cinderella Ageli. Things are loosening up a little bit now. Odegaard, he has been outstanding. A classiest player on the pitch, undoubtedly. Berge. Into the final 5. Can Kazakhstan hold on? Norway somehow find a little bit of freedom for Erling Haaland. He's been completely blotted and plotted out of the game. Berge. Ostigard. I believe that is the 11th corner of the game for Norway. A lot of pacing down in the coaching zones. Again, superb defending. Haaland goes chasing. He's going to take some stopping. He's got another corner. Yet another corner for Norway. If you believe what you read, instead of heading to the glitzy summer palaces, he was working with his father, effectively as an amateur lumberjack in the summer. Every single Kazakhstan player is back on defence. The goalkeeper reaches high above him. He sees the ball and the frustrated face of Erling Haaland. Should give himself a little fist pump as well there, Shatskiy, because on occasions he has tried to thump the ball away, but that had to be a take. Vorogovskiy. Flag stays down for now. It's a great dart here from Samadorov. Samadorov lays the ball back. Is there a surprise goal in the air? Oh, Abiken rushed his shot. Wouldn't they count it? I suspected it was offside in the build-up. That doesn't ease the tension for the Norway supporters, though. Haven't crossed the line. Good balance from Ageli. Foot skills as well. Needs more forthright though. That was a forthright challenge right under the referee's nose. Berge. Odegaard. Ryerson. Over everybody's head. Will be retrieved by Wolfe. Sandra Berge. Good ball in, free header. Oh, that was the chance. You knew there was going to be one. And it fell to the teenager, Ageli. He's been on the field just a matter of minutes. And his first night as a senior international player, he had a big chance to score his first senior international goal. I think we may have been screaming goal had that been number 9 rather than number 23. Haaland was taking defenders away. He would have feasted on an opportunity like that. 4 minutes to find a winning goal for these two teams. Home fans clearly feel they've got as good an opportunity here as the visitors Norway. With a glance at the chance, always saved with good height for Shatskiy to keep out. Captain akan Berge places the ball down. Eyes darting. Who can he find? Berge plays it in. Oh, and there was freedom in the penalty area as well for Kasim, who launched himself at it. Maybe from a slightly offside position, but he squirmed his way in. Thrills and spills right up to the final whistle here. Ryerson. Egeli. Haaland can't quite make an angle for himself. Wherever he's gone, he's had two minders tonight. Hanche-Olsen sells his goal pitch just a fraction short. Not the kind of pass the keeper wants in stoppage time for a big game like this. Hanche-Olsen has to merely put his boot through it, international football or not. There was a follow-through from the Kazakhstan player.